Hey, 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 what's good, everybody? Oh man, I got this stupid stocking cap on. I'm sorry. There you go. I was in a rush. Oh man, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you see this. Oh man, it's beautiful to be here. What's good, everybody? So check it out. This is the Mentally Strong Conference. Thank you so much for being here. I am your host. My name is First Night. That is my name. Don't second guess it, okay? That is my name, First Night. What's good, y'all? So, man, this purpose, I come on here every week. The purpose is to talk about how mental health is as important as our physical health, right? When something's wrong with us, when we don't feel well, we go to the doctor. We talk to someone. Oh, my stomach hurt. Oh, I got a headache. You even tell your friend, your neighbor, your wife, your husband. You tell, right? But when you have a mental health problem, your heart or something, you don't really share. So and keeping it to yourself is not a good thing. So I come on every week based off my own personal experience. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a therapist, and I'm not trained in anything except for experience. Um, I am 53 years old and I have been through so much in my life that it has killed my mental health. And so I'm here to tell you after 53 years, going into my 54th year in November, that life can be good. Change can happen. Change can happen. So I want to say two things. First, if you see me going up and down like this with my head, it's not me going up and down like this. It's actually, I have a camera here in front of me, here in front of me, and here in front of me. Three cameras going. So welcome everybody on Facebook. Welcome everybody on YouTube. And welcome everybody on TikTok. Yeah. So my second thing I like to say is I never start the morning, the show off without saying a nice blessing or positive energy to the people out there who aren't doing so well right now. And right this second, it's storming here, over here in Connecticut. New York's going to get hit with a storm. So, for anybody who's been through it, that whatever you're going through physically, mentally, financially, relationship wise, if you're going through something bad and you watching this right now, here, I just want to give you a good smile. First, I want to give you a good smile, and I want to send you some energy through this internet. As I know it's not real, but I'm trying, right? Maybe if you can catch it, you can feel it through here. So I always do this. Wow, right? Wow. I send it to you. I'm sending it to you. Wherever you are, if you're not right now, let's put a smile on that face for at least right this second. And I promise you that at least one smile can get a second smile, and we can see if we can change that moment for you. So positive energy to anyone out there not doing well. And that includes you if you're watching right now. Thank you for coming on. So I did that. So I mean, I'm happy today. Today's like, oh, let me tell you. So this week, my grandmother turned 100 years old. And that is a blessing within itself, man. Right? And I had so much to talk about, and I'm gonna get into it, but man, I was sitting down here, setting up my cameras, like it changed the whole aspect. It added to the aspect of where I'm going. So I want to say shout out to my man Kevin from Shaolin. I want to say what's up to my man Kevin from Shaolin because Kevin hit me up this morning, right? Part of my story today, I wanted to talk about my son, but we'll get into that in a second. So anyway, my man Kevin hits me up this morning because I sent him a picture of my son, and he's like, "Yo, dude, I am blessed." And he goes to tell me a story on why he feels he's blessed. He's like, on the everyday, I'm blessed, but as of this very moment, I'm getting ready to leave to go board a ship to Bermuda. He's going on a cruise, and he's like, I haven't done this in my life, and I feel so blessed today more than any day that I felt blessed. So shout out to my man Kev because that's exactly how I felt yesterday, the day before, earlier this week. As a matter of fact, I've been going on with this now. Before I started this show a few months back, my part of my story is at age 50, I've been going through so much. And at age 50, when my birthday came and I was 50 years old, I sat to myself and I said, man, I'm 50 years old and I just had enough. I don't want to deal with no more headaches, no more drama, no more misery, nobody else's gossip. I just don't want to deal with it anymore. I'm done. So I had got a divorce. I had moved. It was my first time ever being a bachelor. And I had to change my thinking, how I physically was living, and mentally how I treated people. I had to change everything about myself. At age 50, I was like, I'm giving up on who I was before. And I started to make a process of change. So, anyway, so I've been living with myself with the idea that I'm blessed now for a number of years. So to hear Kevin come at me this morning, and so again, shout out to my man Kev, because man, that made me feel so good that he said that to me. And that's how I feel about myself. So now I'm gonna get into this story. So grandma's birthday was Wednesday just passed, and she turned 100 years old. And this Saturday, good morning, Queen. So just this morning, I mean, yeah, this is Saturday. This Saturday we had a party for her in Manhattan, and people came, and they came from North Carolina, they came from Texas, they came from Puerto Rico. 10 people came from Puerto Rico to see my grandma. You know, they came from Brooklyn, they came from all over New York, and it was a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. So I do want to tell you. Let me tell you part of my strife now, because this is where my story is really bad, right? So my 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 grandma's daughter, which is my mom, was estranged from the family for a while, and part of my life was I didn't have my mom for 40 years of my life, and they knew where she was. They knew how to get in touch with her. They knew how to send me there. Yo, good morning, JC. What up, Shaolin in the house? That's what's up. So part of my story is that, right? That I didn't have a traditional mom, right? Um, based off divorce, my father and mother didn't get along, and so I ended up living with my dad and lost contact with my mom. But I was in contact with my grandmother the whole time, and they knew where my mom was. And again, like I said, my mom was estranged from the family after the whole thing transpired with me not being in her life. So I'm not getting into big of a story about it. So I want to say part of my story is about my mom, and so we're having this party. I'm there early because I'm the oldest, and I gotta do whatever I can to help it be the best experience for my grandma. So I show up at 11 o'clock. Party don't start till 2:30, 3 o'clock, and I show up 11. I ask if they need my help. Me and my queen, we go grab the cake from the Whole Foods not too far up the block, and we come in and I bought some coolers. They didn't have coolers for the ice for the drinks, so I bought some coolers and I helped set up this and that. And so I was there early, go upstairs, see grandma before she even dressed, and have my time with grandma. So let me tell you, so I come in, the party planning is planning up the room, and me, I can't. At this stage in my life, I just can no longer keep my tongue in my mouth. If I see it, I'ma say it. And I apologize up front if it bother you, and it could come off brash. It is what it is. But at this very moment in my life, I can no longer sit and watch when I can try to inspire something better, right? So that's how that go. So I came in, I saw what was going on, and the party planner, and so I said to her, um, "Let me throw an idea at you." Right? She had the table set up a certain way where my grandmother was sitting in a corner away from all the patrons that are going to show up. She had the tables in another side of the room. And I tried to explain to her, I said, you can have grandma be the center of attention if you place her here, set the tables up a certain way, and now everybody could see grandma. So now I was setting it up more like, hey, this is like no pun intended, but I'm first night, my lady's my queen, and I'm trying to set up this thing kind of like how you see a kingdom when you watch Lord of the Rings or whatever that other one is, those kind of movies. where the king sits at the head of the table and everybody sits up and down, and they all face the one way to see the king, right? Or the queen sits on the opposite side. So I didn't want to set it up like that way. I wanted to set it up where she was sitting on one side and she was facing everyone this way, right? It'd be her and whoever's sitting at her table. Her, probably my aunts, I was thinking, right? But that didn't happen. So anyway, so I wanted to set the table up like this. And and so the rest of the tables would have faced this way like this. And everyone would have sat on either side of the table. And you could have sat the tables and it wouldn't have been all elbow. We could have made it work. But she already went, ah, rah, rah. She said, I'll try, blah, 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 blah. But then more tables showed up and she ended up doing my thing. She was pissed off and she ended up attempting at my thing, but she didn't move grandma. Her thing was everybody's gonna come in and see grandma sitting there, and they're gonna everybody. But the problem is a little doorway, so now you're gonna have a line to say hi to grandma, which is exactly what happened. A big old line at the entryway. So anyway, so that was my first thing that happened as soon as I got there, right? Because I couldn't keep my mouth shut. Which again, she ended up setting up the tables except grandma. So my second problem was part of her thing was this is a party planner thing. So part of her thing was she wanted to put pictures on the table of grandma in different instances with her daughters, and with her children. Well, let me put this because it was the party planner didn't know the family, so she went to my aunt's Facebook and she stole whatever pictures my aunt had of my grandma with whatever uh, siblings were alive. So it's missing. So right away I noticed my mom's not there. Right away I noticed, where's my mom? Right? Oh, I asked about it. Da 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 da. I went right straight to my aunt Liz because she was the one throwing the party. So I went right to my where the hell's my mom? How's everybody here but my mom? And then I thought secondly about it because I have a cousin named Louis who his father passed away. And he wasn't in the pictures either. And so I said, this is not right. It should be all the siblings, not just the ones who are alive. So I was pissed off. I was ready to go home. Like you talking about 12 o'clock, I was ready to go home. I'm like, well, I'm not staying for this fake love nonsense. So part of my history is my family, right? My family. On both sides of my family, they just don't know how to love, man. And so I was hurt right off the top. I'm hurt, right? But the better me, the new version of me, had to take a second, did my little, right? This is what I do when I go through the moments. I had to stop. This ain't about me. This ain't about my mom, it's about my grandma, 100 years old. Right? So you know what happened? Put that to bed. I ain't mention it to grandma. I ain't mention it. I'm good. Right? The people who know, they know about it. Mommy got left out. So then there's a picture book. Ha! Then there's a picture book. And yeah, it's got like a handful of pictures. But again, nobody thought to ask. Now, mommy came back to my life when, again, I turned 50. And part of my change in life was mommy came back into my life. So 40 years I didn't have a mom. And mommy came back into my life. Right? And part of that being mommy back into my life was I was reestablishing mom and her family. I took mom to Manhattan to see grandma. I had the sisters who haven't talked to my mom in 40 years, and I had them come in and see my mom. Mom was dying of cancer. Nobody went to the house to see her. Nobody took her to the doctor. Nobody cared for my mom. So I reestablished the family for mom. It was a great thing for my grandma, and it was a wonderful thing for my mom to feel it, right? But now here we sit, and mom got eliminated, and I was hurt. So again, I put that to bed. Done deal, right? My son. Now we're gonna get into the. Oh my God, my son shows. I haven't seen my son in 2 years and some change, and my son comes from Shaolin, And oh man, my son, man, I start crying. I was crying, I'm crying to cry right now. I see my son, and I love my children. If y'all don't know me, no matter whatever happened in my life, that's the one thing I never ever stop. I love my children. Did I get to be the father I should have been? No, I did not. Part of my story is that, and that I couldn't get to be a father because I had wife problems and baby mama drama and all that come with it. Then my health played a role, and so anyway, my son came. He couldn't really stay because he had work that day. And he came. He was there 12 o'clock. I pulled up with the cake, and he was there. Now, here's the other funny part. He's my son. And how is it that there are two adult grown men in the house with my grandma, with my aunt? They spend the night. One of them lives there. And my son is the one, get there. How can I help? Right there. He's my son. Oh, man, made me so proud that he was just like me. How can I help? That's all he cared about. He was there to see grandma. He's like, Grandma, I love you. I got to come see you no matter what. I know I got to be at work, but I'm coming. And he came to see grandma, got a personal hugs and all that stuff. And grandma had to be a part of the party, which was great because nobody met my son before. So nobody's met my son in the family. So anyway, so that was cool that my son came. Oh man, peace to my son. Uh, God is with him. He's such a good kid. He's 25. My son is 25. He's not living the life I dream for him, the dream for him. You know, as parents, we want our best for our kids. So he's not exactly living the life that I dreamt of. Yo, happy birthday, Puerto Rico! I saw you. I saw you. Puerto Rico, my man Lou. Today's his birthday. He made it to Puerto Rico yesterday. Celebrate his birthday. Yo, blessings to you, TikTok. You see what I'm saying? It's going, man. Yo, bless. So, uh, my son, man, that was like the amazing thing. So I spent a few hours with my son, man, and I, I tell him as I was introducing him to some people, I I says a statement in front of my son, and I made a point to do it because he hasn't heard this from me, and it's a shame that he hasn't. So when they asked, when I was telling, I said, this guy right here, except for the one time, there was one moment where my son and I totally had the biggest disagreement of our history. And except for that one time, my son is an awesome dude, man. He got such a kind heart. He won't hurt anybody. He barely want to kill bugs. That's my son, right? And so my son is an amazing dude. I wish he could have amazing people around him. He hasn't figured out how to get surround himself with better people. And so I said that to in front of my son, man. He's a good dude and all that, and I wanted him to know that I felt that way. When I got him alone, and I walked with him to the train on his way home, and I stopped and I said to him, "Listen, man, everybody needs somebody. So if anything else, I am that somebody. I'm your father, but it's more than that. I'm your somebody. Don't I said what runs in the family is stubbornness. Okay, we refuse to tell people when we're not doing well or when we need help. We struggle through it, and it's a hard job to do, and so you don't have to. And so I try to tell him, man, listen, you could call me. It ain't nothing but a drive. Ain't nothing but a ferry. You already know this. It ain't nothing to get to you. Um, we got we got cash app, we got text, we got ways to do things if you need some help, whatever it is, right? Whatever it is. I said I told him how much I loved him, his whole 25 years of existence. I've never stopped loving him. How much he means to me, and how much it means for him to be, how much it means to me for him to be happy. That's all I want for my son. Whatever happens in his life, I just want him to live happy, to be a happy guy. And so he said, "Thanks, Dad." Gave me the super big hug. And he told my grandma he's going to come back Friday. And I'm hoping that's a door open for him to try to connect with that part of his life. They know him since childhood. I made a point to bring him there since he was born. All my kids, you need to know how to get to grandma's. Um, Something my mom installed in me when I was little, when I was to live with her between the ages of birth and 10 years old, she would bring me to grandma's and she would put it in my head. You take this train, you get off 28th Street, and it's just 2 blocks to grandma's. And so my whole life I've been going to grandma's. When my mom was out of my life, and I think my part of my life was I didn't know how to get off Staten Island. So there's a moment in time when I lose connection with my grandma. Uh, I figure out how to get off Staten Island. I get into Manhattan and right away, 28th Street, the one train, 28th Street. I know how to get to grandma's and I make it to grandma's. And I get, oh my God. So the same thing to happen with my son. My son said, it's me. Oh my God, it's you. That's how that went. So peace and blessings to my son, Keith. He is an awesome dude. He got to get that cloud out from over his head, man. That's about it. Anyway, so grandma's party. Now I got all that crap out of the way. So it was wonderful meeting some people for the first time. It was wonderful seeing people I haven't seen in years. Uh, it was great to see grandma surprised, grandma smiling. It was see grandma. I try to get grandma to come and just dance with me, but that wasn't happening. But again, I took a lot of video, a lot of pictures, a lot of everything. Um, I gave grandma one of the best gifts. One of the best gifts. It was awesome to see, and I know because I was there early, I was able to personally have that with grandma when she opened the gift. And my son was there, so he got to be a part. It was dope, man. It was dope. I told all my cousins, my first cousins, I one by one, I went to them and tried to explain to them, when grandma passes away, this is all we have. And our children deserve to know they have a family, don't they? And my cousins are all pew pew pew. We don't have a connection except for grandma. None of us share a connection with each other. So I went one on one and I said, please, not for you selfishly, but for your own children, they deserve to know they have a family. Why should they wait till they're adults and do some stupid thing like ancestry to find out you have family? And so I let them know, hey, listen, you got a cousin who loves you to the end of time, who will be there for you to listen to. I will help you with whatever you need in life. Whatever I can do, whatever I physically can do. You got a cousin, all right? And grandma would want me to do that. That's the other thing. I'm the oldest. I wanted to get my cousin from Long Island to come, and he didn't get there for a similar reason. My son, he had to work, couldn't make it from Long Island and back in time to go to work. So the poor guy missed it, but he'd have felt like me because his father was absent from the pictures too. He would have been just like me, ready to turn around and leave. So big shout out to my cousin Louis. We call him Luigi. Big shout out to him because I'm thinking about you. All right? I'm thinking about you. I don't even know if somebody going to tell him I'm doing this. I'm hoping somebody reach out to him, pass him my number, because I did ask, reach out to Lou and give him my number. All right? So I'm hoping that happens. I'm going to have to reach out today or tomorrow because, everybody who came from other states or other places is still here. They're going to try to see grandma again in Bombard or some more because this is probably the last time they'll see grandma. So I'm hoping, man, that I can get in touch and I'm hoping, I'm like, listen, guys, man, we need to set up maybe we don't got to do an everyday thing, but we could do a yearly dinner, a lunch, something that we can all get together, and try to make something work. We ain't that far from each other how we live, except for the one that's in North Carolina. All right, except for her, we're all still right here, and so it's important that we try to keep something for our children And this way, when they have kids, they could teach their kids. They got a family, because my family's huge. uh, us Puerto Ricans do it like rabbits. Us Puerto Ricans got a lot of kids. Then we get a lot of kids, and then we get a lot of kids. So, at least almost everybody got two, but we got one. And then we got, everyone's got grandchildren at this point, and grandma's a great grandmother, so it's pretty cool. So that was a good moment in time. Good moment in time for me. I'm sure glad it's over, because not only is the last time that grandma's gonna see them, it's probably my last time too. And after what happened in the beginning, I'm good. You know what I mean? I don't need to connect with people or for that fake love nonsense. So I'm good. I'm glad grandma got to enjoy it. I'm glad we did it. And I'm glad it's over. I don't got to deal with that no more. So now, today's topic was I'm blessed, right? Hey, cuz. Hey, cuz, what's good? Thank you for coming on. If I'm correct, I just missed your birthday yesterday. Am I correct in that, cuz? So happy birthday to you. Right? Oh man, again, mommy, I'm going up and down. If y'all on there, y'all see me and I'm going and y'all can't, I'm not looking at you. Say something, please. It's okay. Um, yeah, man. So happy birthday to my cousin on here from Brooklyn. Oh, why you gotta say it like that, cuz? That's not fair. I love you. You know I love you. I'm sorry I missed your birthday. I am so sorry. And I promise I'm going to write it down as of today. When I get over here, I promise I'm going to write it down in my calendar. And it's going to give me a reminder. Now, here's the good part. Today's also one of my brothers. His name is Lou. Today's his birthday. I already did a shout out to him. So from now on, when I do the shout out, I'm going to do it to you too. Send you text, send you everything. I promise, okay? I'm so sorry. Everyone, if you on here still, if you looking, give my cousin a shout out. She's a good woman. The topic today was about I'm blessed. And I want you guys to know that you're blessed and that you should remain blessed. Understand that your blessing is there and that you should remain blessed by understanding that you are blessed. So, cuz I know you blessed. So I don't have to go through all that with you, right? I love you, cuz. Oh, she understands the family problem that it is. And look, I'm a role player. Uh, Family forgot her birthday. They didn't reach out to her. This is what happens. And now I'm a role player. I love you, cuz. Please don't think otherwise from me. I feel bad now. Changes the whole direction for me, right? But I'll try to keep a smile on. I'm blessed. I've been blessed. There's no more cloud over my head. I got rid of that. Um, I had to change the way I thought about things. Had to change the way how I deal with how I thought about things. How about that? Reactionary things. I had to change my reactionary things. So when these thoughts came into my head, how did I react to them? That was some real hard work to change. And even to this day, I even had a disagreement in the street with a taxi driver, an Uber driver in Manhattan yesterday. So let me tell you how much uh, this had changed, right? So now I used to have some serious road rage, talking about get out the car and smack somebody type road rage, not just cuss. So now I'm at the red light. We at the red light. I'm parked, and I pull out of the parking spot because I need to go past the red light where the Whole Foods is. My aunt is standing in the street. She's holding the parking spot for me. And I'm the first car on the right. at the light. The Uber's on the left of me, right? Got to tell the story because this is good. So the light changed, and I'm gonna go into the bus lane and straight into the parking spot. Uber dude, boom, wanna cut me off, right? Front, he's in the left lane next to me, and he wanna boom and cut me off. Didn't even put a signal on, nothing. Telling you, if I wasn't paying attention, hit that car would have got smacked, and there was a patron in the car. So I go around him, I honk the horn, you fucking crazy motherfucker. Excuse my language, y'all. That's what I said, my windows was up. Right? But so I get out, I'm gonna deal with my aunt. I'm not even thinking about that scenario, right? But then the father get out. The father's in the passenger seat. He's teaching his son how to drive while they're doing Uber. Passenger in the car, teaching his son how to drive while they doing Uber. He get out the car and he come right at me. You got a problem, blah, blah, blah. Try to tell me about the rules of how to drive and everything. And I'm like, dude, this is what you teaching your son, right? And then he getting belligerent and all that. So I'm getting loud, but not one time did I cuss. Not one time did I get angry. You know what I said to him? I said to him, this is how you teach your son that he should get out the car and have an argument with someone in New York City? Is that what you're teaching your son? I said, you should really think this one through. First, you're teaching your son how to drive, and now you're teaching your son this is how you deal with a problem in the street. Now, the old me would have just went over there, bop. The old me, I wouldn't have had no argument with him. Just straight up, bop, knuckle check. Straight up. Get arrested, because right there, cop was just walking up. So I would have got arrested, right? The better me, this new me, didn't do that. All I did was tell him, yo, get back in your car, and I'm good. I don't even want to argue with you. It was crazy. I had witnesses watching, and everything was nuts. And so that's where I'm at. The better me. I did change so much that I didn't bop the guy. I was in my good clothes. We going to the party. I'm here to pick up a cake. My titi sitting right, standing right there. My queen in the car right there. I don't want to embarrass neither one of them. I don't want to get arrested. I'm going. Let me tell you, I'm suffering from some carpal tunnel right now. And if I'd have bopped the guy, that would have killed me. I'd have been in pain the rest of the day, right? So come on. What would have got positive for me out of that? Nothing, right? I wouldn't have got anything positive out of that. So some macho nonsense. That's what I'd have felt. Big deal. You know what I mean? So that's how that went. So when I talked to you about I had to change that, that was part of how I changed. How I react. And let me tell you, and like more than I didn't hit him was I didn't cuss. I just made a mistake here today where I cuss, right? So that was like the biggest for me that I didn't, you mofo did that, did it. I ain't even use an N-word. So like, what? That was like nuts for me. Got in the car, I was like, wow, I didn't do what I would have normally did. What normally happens in New York City. Right? You get out the car, you at risk that you're going to get shot, stabbed, punched in the face. Something going to happen. You get out the car during road rage. Don't get out your car in New York City. I don't know about somewhere else, but if somebody throw you the finger, pull over, do not pull over. Do not get out of your car. You don't know what someone has in the car, weapon. You don't know. You know Kookaloo people are crazy people in this world. You don't know. And I was one of them. I was completely one of them. I keep a bat in the car. One of them Billy Club type bats. I keep one in the car. So easily that could have came out. Mighty gone. Boom. That could have been easy. 1, 2, 3. No questions asked. That could have easily happened. I'm a New Yorker. I'm from Brooklyn, baby. Shaolin. Shaolin Sword. It's that easy. So just understand, um, that change can happen. That it was that simple for me to I didn't even think. I didn't have any thoughts. I just said, sir, one, I'm not interested in arguing. Two, this is not cool for you to be teaching your son. This is a young dude. Look like he just got his license. So he was a young dude. Don't teach this to your son. Don't teach to get out the car. You're going to get your son murdered. Like, skinny, can't fight. You kidding me? Ah. The funny part was, here go my aunt. Right, my aunt, and she, Puerto Rican, came out, Brooklyn came out, and she was cussing at him. She was going in. She about to start speaking Spanish. That's how mad she was. She she went to protect me. I'm like, DD, chill. I'm 50 years old. I need no protection. I'm 53. I need no protection. I'm good, and I'm protected now. I'm blessed. Nothing gonna happen to me. I'm not putting myself in those predicaments when something gonna happen to me. That's part of also, I don't live with threats. I don't live with the what ifs. I don't live with something's happening. Hi, Susan. Hi. Hi. I hope you and Tobin are doing well today. Thank you so much for joining. So, the idea that this angry dude from New York City did not get in a fight, did not hit him, didn't do anything retarded, just went about my business. I laughed my aunt off. I had to pull her away. Come on, D, let's go. She going in. Blah, 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 blah. Come on, D, let's go. And so I had to be the better person. And that was great because I'm the better person. That's the truth, Ruth. I've always been the better person. I just have to learn how to do my reactionary things, right? And so there you go. That's to show you just an example of how that went, right? The first example was about how things went with the family, how they left my mom out, and how I had to put that away because it was about grandma's day, right? So between that and that, I ended up having a great day. Me and Queen had a good time, right? Which is all that kind of mattered, right? Was one, two, and three. Grandma having a good time, and me and Queen having a good time. Am I really worried about if anybody else having a good time? Nah. part of my things that I say to you guys is, listen, man, and this is the most realest thing I could tell you. It's your life. The realest thing I could tell you, and it's your life. It's not your husband's wife. It's not your wife's life. It's not your mom's life. Not once you're an adult. Okay? You don't live your life for your children because they can't do much for you either. Right? You got to do it. It's your life. It's your life to be happy. It's your life to be miserable. It's your life to make money. It's your life to have a career. It's your life to be educated. It's your life to be a smiling, happy, productive person on this planet. A good human being. It's up to you. It's up to you. It's your life. Right? If you, again, I go back to when we're sick, we go to the doctor. Right? Sometimes it takes our loved ones say, hey, maybe we should go to the doctor. Sometimes it's like that. But for the most part, as an adult scenario, we do these things. So why not do things for here? Because I tell you, your heart and your mind, right? First, in the old days, they had that commercial. Mind is a terrible thing to waste. And that was about reading. But the truth is, that's a bigger statement. The mind's a terrible thing to waste. But also, the heart and the mind, they work together, right? They have to be and together working on the same page because your heart can also be fooled just like the mind can. We could be fooled into love. We could be fooled into lust. We could be fooled into financial problems. We could be fooled. We could be fooled by the store guy, overcharge you. We could be fooled. So the heart and the mind need to work together. When one is not working with the other, this is when we make decisions that aren't in our best favor, right? And so there you are. My heart was about grandma. but my mind was about mom, and I had to put the two together, right? And so, you know what I did? Kiss mom. Mom's on my keychain. I put the power. I put some of mom's ash on my keychain. Everywhere I go, I got mom with me. So I kissed mom, said I love you, and I went about my day. And again, it's your life, right? What you want to do with it. And so here we sit during this hour of show and say what you're going to do with that. Do you want to be a happy person? Do you want to be miserable? You want to be depressed? You want to suffer from anxiety? Um, do you want better life? How much better? Success is yours to have. Success is yours to have. What you think a success means. For me, success for me, success is just happy. Because you can be happy and not be in your financial best. You can be happy um, when your family suck. you know, you can find happiness in almost everything. Um, Me, I'm about positivity. Positivity. You got to have positive reactions, positive reactions. So mentally, when I'm having negative thoughts, I push myself to follow those up with positive thoughts. You know, oh, it's cloudy. No, it's not. Sun is shining. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. It's cloudy, right? But for me, sun is shining. And so today's topic is I'm blessed. So after having two heart attacks, losing my everything, even my children, I had lost my children for some time, and it still have children out there that I don't talk to based off baby mama stuff, right? Um, Recently had that back surgery, a year ago now, a year. Um, I've been broke. I have never been financially stable. Um, Took a long time to be, because like I talk about this a lot. Um, for every 10 steps I would move forward, I always went back 11. There was always one, there was always steps that I had to go back. So for every five, there was one. There was for every, so now I had to do 10, there's two. And 15, there was three. I always going back steps, always going back steps. Somehow I ended up in the pit and couldn't get out of. And so financially, I was, I had my jobs, but I could never really afford to do the things you would want to do. Or when the kids ask for things, you couldn't really afford. And so I've been there. Uh, there was a time I was living in my car because it was a choice I had to make um, to save myself. Living in my car was better than the life I was living. And so when I tell you change can happen, I'm here because of experience. Change can happen. I changed the way I eat. So now I just went to the heart doctor this week. Right? Part of this week is I went to the cardiologist and she's like, yo, your heart is good. Your EKG is incredible. How things working great with your medicine. You're doing good. That's right. Change the way things are. I go to my therapist. Change the way things are. She notices the trajectory changing from the first day she met me to where we sit today on how my life is getting better and better. As of right now, seems that all my dreams are coming true. From a childhood, I had dreams, but I wasn't allowed to dream. They were just that. To me, I call them fantasies. So here I sit now, going into my 54th year. My dreams are really coming true. And it started with finding someone to love and respect me as a human being, not just a man, but as a human being. I found someone to love and respect me. And so, all praises to the queen. All praise to the queen, because I never thought I'd meet someone with this kind of heart and this kind of giving of herself, who wants to share and teamwork of the teamwork that love's supposed to be, who's willing to share in that teamwork, who wants to share in that teamwork and is giving in that teamwork. And so us teamwork, we're making the dream work. So that's the beginning of really getting that divorce and moving into my bachelorhood and all that. That was the true beginning, where being alone in my own apartment for the first time. Being in the car was a little different, but being in my own apartment, that was different, and figuring out the person I wanted to be, which is what I'm telling you guys about. It's your life. It's my life. And so I had to figure out the man I wanted to be, the human being. How do I want to exist in this world? And I started with, I needed to change my reactionary things. And so, hey, the proof is there, man. This is what I tell you, the proof is there. If I can't do it with my own experience. So I come on here every week just to try to, hopefully something I say will help you. And so part of that is this experience, man. So there it is. My son came. I got to be with my son. My relationship with my son is good. He knows I love him. My relationship with my daughter's better, and she knows I love her. And so I'm doing it. I got the queen. I'm living my best life. I'm feeling good inside and out. Um, I've met some new friends, some better energetic friends uh, that also make things better for me, right, Suzanne? Oh, and so that's what's going on with me. I feel blessed, and that's why today's topic was blessed, right? Stay blessed, stay blessed. Understand that everything that goes on in life, if you keep focused on the negative, it will remain negative. Your continuance of whatever your day is or the moment will remain negative. So I try to find positive affirmations to go with the negative ones. You can't help them. They're out there. You can't help it. They're out there. You see, I get out. I pull up in the car. Somebody want to argue with me, right? It's out there. They forgot my mom's. I could have easily been like, right? I could have easily pitched a bitch. I could have easily missed out on grandma's party, right? I could have easily, and you know who that would have hurt? Me. That would have hurt my grandma. That I wasn't there. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? She would have been asking for me, right? Then somebody would have had to tell her I left. And so what good what came from that? So again, what life and what place I want to be a part of in this earth, right? How do I feel about life? How I want to react to life? And so the negative's going to be there. We can't run away from it. But what we can do, again, is how we react. So if you need to take the moment, I tell everybody, it's not one day at a time. It's one breath at a time. It's the most real statement too. That man, I got these real statements. They come out one breath at a time. It's all we can do. You can't take two. You can't take two. It's only one breath. So right. So take the time out. Right. And that's what I do. Take the moment, think about it, and how I react to it. Let me find something positive so I can react better of it. And that's it. Sometimes that's the first step in everything you want to do, right? Take a breath, think about the reactionary things, react about it better. And that's the start of how your day goes. Here's another thing that happened today. I tell you guys a lot. I tell you guys a lot this stuff, man. Just one statement, I say this all the time. I post it a lot. Smile because you deserve it. Back to the statement of it's your life, right? So you deserve to smile. You deserve to be happy. You deserve. So smile because you deserve it. You deserve it. And let me tell you, sometimes you get in front of someone with that smile and you make them smile. And so, one, it makes you feel good. Then you might make them feel good because you don't know the moment they're going through when they see your smile. So smile. Somebody posted that for me. And I said, hey, that's my line. He said, I know, that's why I shared it with you. I said, oh. So I go and I shared it, put it with a song called Smile. And it's important. Smile. It's important. Not a fake one. You feeling like crap, you don't put on a fake smile. The smile is for you. You deserve it. If any nobody gonna do it for you. Right? Nobody gonna do it for you. It has to be you. It has to be you. Right? It's your life. Who pay the bills? You do. Who drive the car? You do. Who get up and go to work? You do. Who do the cooking? You do. Who clean the house? You do. Who take care of the kids? You do. Who do the grandkids? You do. Who do the laundry? You do. Right? Who does the dishes? Who washes their body? When you gotta brush your teeth. You gotta take a shower. It's you. Right? I tell everybody this one too. Now I'm a cuss, but I'm gonna use it in this term, right? Shit stinks. Man, you see it on bumper stickers, see it on shirts, see everywhere. Shit stinks. Now put this in an analogy now, right? So one thing we all have in common is we all defecate. We all use the bathroom, right? So what happens in your routine when you use the bathroom? You flush it down the toilet. You after you wipe yourself, right? You definitely wipe yourself. You flush the toilet, and you get up and you wash your hands, and you wash yourself of all that, and then later on the day it happens again. The next day happens again. You need to defecate. Why? Because shit happens. Shit happens, right? So what happens when shit happens? Flush it down the damn toilet, wash your hands, keep it moving. I can't believe it's that simple. Where'd I get this from? Hey, Knight, where'd you get this from? I wish I could tell you. But I'm sitting back thinking, shit happens. And you know what? It's the one thing we all have in common, right? And it should be the one thing we all do: wipe and wash. Wipe and wash. And what happens if you don't wipe and wash? You a dirty, foul person. Your underwear dirty. It's in there. Your bum is dirty. You didn't even wash your hands after wiping. Ew, your hands is dirty. Right? You become a dirty mofo. And that dirty is all part of who you are. That's part of the energy you keep inside, right? So again, and 98% of us do it, right? Wipe and wash our hands. Wipe and wash our hands. This is what we do. So why we can't use that in regular life? Can't just be then, right? When you eat and cook, you wash the dishes, right? You don't sit there and cook with the same pan you just cooked before, right? No, you wash the pan, you cook again. That's how it works, right? Right? 98% of us, we wash up, right? We take a shower, right? But the analogy was because it does. It just does. The weather, accidents, people got stink attitudes. What are you gonna do? Right? You can't change the world. You wish I could change the world. I wish that doing this would change the world, but it's not. Right? What it can do is help you. Ha! That's it. You and you. That's it. That's all I can do. Right? So that's my job, to come on here and just be positive and say, hey, you can do it. So I'm telling you guys, take a moment, put some thought into it, how I can change my reactionary things to everything that's going on. My boss, my relationship, my kids, my neighbor, how I even treat my pets, how I treat the patrons at the store, the workers at the store, how you treat them, how you treat the fellow customers, how you treat, right? And how you treat yourself. How could that not be the most important, right? How do you treat yourself? Some of us pamper ourselves, and that makes us feel good, right? For me, it's positive affirmations. That's what makes me feel good. Buying stuff and having extra money and this and that. It's cool, but the problem still of life exists. So that doesn't change much. So for me, positive affirmations changes everything for me. Everything for me. It works. Tell yourself you're a good person. Tell yourself because you deserve it. No words, right? No words to do that. I said, and that little something for you might change everything. All right, guys. So I got a few more minutes left here. This is so. I love doing this with you guys. There are days where I'm like, I don't feel like doing it. I love you guys. I got one more thing to tell you guys before I'm out. So I was supposed to be in Florida. I was supposed to be on the road right now. Road trip to Florida. So one of my sisters, she has parents that are moving to Florida. And I'm gonna get into this big story, but it's been hard work to get her family in the truck and get them to Florida. For whatever reason, I'm not going to get into her personal business, but they lost the driver, couldn't make the drivers can't do it, so they asked me. I offered to do it. Nice 24-hour trip to Florida with her parents, and to tow the car too from New York to Florida. And things didn't work out today. Like their story is just really in a bad place. So I'm really bringing it up because one, I was supposed to be in Florida, go to Florida. That would have been awesome. But two, I just want to put some energy out, positivity, some love to my sister Sonia and the Bosa family. Because I'm going to help you get to Florida one way or another. It's going to fall into place. And it turns out that today is a bad day for weather. Got the storm is hitting Ernesto. And that Ernesto is hitting us. And so probably wasn't a good day to start the drive. So this is what I say about I'm blessed, right? And there's multiple examples of how I could tell you the blessings of my life where I shouldn't be here today talking to you that I should not be here today. There's many examples of why I shouldn't be here. And so I live with I'm blessed. I don't care about thunder or lightning. I don't care about snow. I don't care about people's stink attitudes. I just don't. I care about what's important to me. And what's important to me is being happy and making sure that my role and my queen's happiness is correct. Because my queen, I live with her. We have to be happy together. Can't be happy alone. She has to be happy too, right? Teamwork. And so my role in her happiness has to be correct. And so that's my part. And so anyway, big, big positive energy. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, to the Bosa family, boy. I love you guys. My sister Sonia was the only one there for me when I was living in the car. And so I had to just do a shout out to her. But anyway, guys, hit me up. Mentally Strong Conference at Gmail. Mentally Strong Conference at Gmail. You guys can get in touch with me there. You can send me a message on all three platforms. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. If you're a Facebook member, you don't have to be a Facebook member, but if you are, all right. But if you go to my page, First Night, if you go to my page, First Night on Facebook, there would be my phone number. I'm just not going on the internet going 646. I'm just not doing that. All right. Call 1-800 First Night. No, we're not doing that. All right. So if you don't have to be a member on Facebook to get to my phone number. You could just go on my page, First Night. You know it's me. It's got my picture and it says Minister First Night. That's me. So hit me up. You could call me, send me text. We could do Messenger. We could do WhatsApp. We could do all that stuff. Again, my name is First Night, so you can find me anywhere. I'm not hiding. That's the other part. I'm no longer hiding. Now I use the internet for positive things. So please stay blessed. Understand you're blessed. If you woke up today, you are blessed. Right? It starts there. You woke up. You know, some people, I bet you someone out there didn't wake up today. I bet you someone out there that didn't wake up today, right? So I'm going to tell you, you're blessed, and it starts right there. You woke up today, right? As soon as you wake up, smile. Tomorrow, when you wake up, if you wake up tomorrow, you wake up. That's it. That's all it takes. That's how I start my day every day, right? I am so grateful to be alive. I'm so grateful to do this with y'all. I'm so grateful to share this experience with you. I'm here. All right? I'm about to be out. Thank you so much for doing this. If y'all see me, I'm a Knicks fan. Basketball coming back. Football coming back. Go Eagles. All right, guys. I'm out, man. This is Mentally Strong Conference. I'm your host, First Night. Mad love, y'all. Peace. Yeah. Okay, press a button. Finish. This one is, how do I do this? Power button. And now, this one. Next. Yes.